Hi, Keith Jackson here from EyeTech Digital Systems. Excited to be here at the VSS 2020 virtual conference. Uh, Today I'll be going over how EyeTech is augmenting health through the power of the eye with cutting edge eye tracking hardware and software solutions. A little bit about EyeTech. We were founded actually 24 years ago in Phoenix, Arizona. Our CTO and founder injured his arms from typing too much. It's called repetitive strain injury. And when Windows 95 came out, he invented the first Windows-based eye tracking mouse. And ever since, he's been computing hands-free. Since then, we have well over 10,000 devices around the world in use. We sell through a direct sales force as well as through independent resellers and distributors in over 35 countries. Our hardware and software team is growing here in Phoenix. And over 6 years ago, we launched the world's first eye tracking on a chip technology, which we call AI 1.0. This was an FPGA chip that researchers loved because it provided a fixed hardware timestamp, regardless of whatever computer they were attached to. So the data was always consistent. It also supported Windows and Android operating systems, and it could be reconfigured and adapted in the field to run at various frame rates. We packaged it in the VT3 Mini camera module that connects through a USB connection, a single USB connection, and mounts through magnets to any computer. No tools required. And it can track up to 200 frames per second. Since then, this year, we launched the EyeOn, the world's sleekest, lightest, fastest, and most accurate eye tracking tablet platform. It's a 14-inch all-in-one tablet that we manufacture. Has our second generation eye tracking on a chip technology, which leverages an 8 megapixel camera for a huge head box size, nearly twice as large as the VT3 Mini, and has some incredible specs. It runs an Intel Core i5 processor, very responsive touchscreen, as well as our patented eye tracking technology built into the bottom there. It is FDA registered, and for those who medically need it, Medicare, we do have a PDAC code, so Medicare, Medicaid, and insurance will pay for those devices for those with disabilities who need it. There's also a webcam at the top, so you can do a motion tracking with your research. There's also a scene camera that you can leverage as well on the back of the tablet. Has a VISA mount, 100 millimeter pattern on the back, so you can mount it to any Ergotron arm, as well as a convenient kickstand, so you can take it out of the box, turn it on, and go. Wanted to show you a quick demo of how the EyeOn provides incredible accuracy and precision. We also benchmark our algorithms to continue to improve the robustness, head motion tolerance, and glasses performance. So let me show you a quick live demo of this. The tool we use is called QuickTEST, and I'll show you a live video. So you can see here, I've got the distance indicator, 80 centimeters all the way to 40 centimeters. So it's got a huge head box forward and back as well as side to side. So as long as I have one eye, it's tracking really well in this huge range, which is really important for our disability market, but also is equally important for our other medical applications. It also tracks through glasses, contacts, and then my new favorite are the 3D glasses for a lot of our medical partners who are developing apps where they want to measure depth or convergence, things like that. So if I do a quick calibration, I'll show you a live demo of our new user-driven calibration that's all built into the EyeOn tablet. So instead of following a moving target, I just look at the targets in any order I want, as quickly or as slowly as I want. So it only disappears after getting 1 second of good data. So we eliminate that guessing. And so you can see the great precision and accuracy, the visual there for each eye independently. And then we have a variety of tests. My favorite is the box test, which gives you a nice visual of the accuracy and precision that our algorithms provide. So my live gaze is the green dot. I'm looking at the white dot in the gray box there. And you can see it's just pinpoint accurate, very responsive, no lag, and just incredible precision with the EyeOn and our second generation eye tracking on a chip technology. So I wanted to show you 5 real examples to give you some context. And so let me dive into these areas. So how is EyeOn powering independence for our disabled users? Devin Hamilton has cerebral palsy. He's one of our ambassadors. He's been using eye tracking for over 10 years. This is his 3rd generation EyeTech tracker. You can see he has the EyeOn mounted to his wheelchair. He actually graduated from RIT with a mechanical engineering degree. He runs AutoCAD with his eyes. He started and runs his own company called Rapidapt, which designs custom solutions for people with disabilities. He even designed this feeding machine so he could feed himself, and others can leverage this amazing work he's doing with 3D printers, CNC machines, all controlled through his EyeOn. The EyeOn Lifeline is a solution for bedbound patients in the ICU, intubated patients who can't talk. This gives a voice to them so they can call their nurse, communicate their pain levels. And my favorite feature is they can remotely connect with family who can't visit the hospital through a live video chat communication feature in our software. Researchers can aggregate multiple user data with various plugins, analyze emotion as well using the built-in webcam, and then synchronize the EEG, heart rate, skin temperature, all in one software. Researchers can choose their eye tracking software that they prefer. Acknowledge from Biopack, Mangold Vision, iMotions, and Captive Neurolab are just a few softwares that support our eye trackers and are great platforms for synchronizing all those data streams into one. We have a lot of experience with single and multi-screen tracking with simulation and training. TSA baggage screeners all over the country use our two-screen eye tracking setup that's all running from a single PC to drive insights to make sure these mission critical employees are paying attention during their 20 to 30 minute training exercise. Lastly, EyeOn is powering medical screening as well as therapy applications. You always hear the phrase, the eyes are the window to the brain. And we're really excited for the EyeOn to power that in new ways. We've partnered with Mayo Clinic to develop the OCAT test, oculocognitive addition test, which is a fast, non-invasive way to scan an individual's eyes to get a window into their brain for cognitive impairment or performance assessment. This particular software was developed several years ago as part of a NASA research project. They wanted to find out the effects of hypoxia, so they would baseline screen the astronauts before they went to space, and then they would run them through the same OCAT test after and compare. Takes less than 60 seconds to administer, and what they do is they look at a series of numbers that appear randomly on the screen, and they add them up in sequences of 3. So you'll see the 7 there, 4 is 11, plus 3 is 14, and then you do that sequence 9 total times, so 27 points. And so we're measuring the diagonal, vertical, and horizontal saccades, as well as the microsaccadic activity as they stare at the number and say it out loud, how much are the eyes actually jittering or wandering. We also can track the deviations between saccades. This app is being used right now for a 300-patient MCI study, mild cognitive impairment, which is the precursor to Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. Other hospitals are using this tool for other neurological disorders to help aid them in their research. At the end, there's also a visual, in addition to the analysis of their ocular and cognitive performance scores, there's a visual that shows a microsaccadic activity on each of those 27 points. So the larger this area is, the more jitter there was when they were looking and adding those numbers together. Lastly, on the vision screening side, this particular example is for reading assessment, but we are doing a lot in the amblyopia, strabismus, other vision disorders where we can track each eye independently And in this reading exercise, you can see a gaze plot in the orange dot showing how they're reading the different words. And in this research, they wanted to find out if showing one line at a time versus multiple lines at a time helped improve their performance. And we're working with researchers to better understand, ADHD, dyslexia, autism, to be able to monitor the progression of how they're viewing and reading, whether it's reading or addition in math. Eye tracking is improving outcomes there as well. So thank you for taking the time to join us today, and look forward to connecting. Feel free to call us, email us, or connect with us on social media, and look forward to learning more about the research you're doing and how EyeTech can empower the tools that you're developing now and in the future. Thank you.